Greetings to everyone, and I hope you're good and well. In the last lesson, we learned how to use has been and have been in the present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive tense. So if you haven't watched the video, there is a link in the description below. In this lesson, we are going to cover two things. One, how to make sentences with for and since in the present perfect continuous tense, and two, how to ask questions in the present perfect continuous tense. And before we close the lesson, I am going to give you a quiz. So watch this video until the end. We are now starting. Do you remember the day when you were little, your parents, your mom and your dad asked you this question? When you grow up, what would you like to be? You might have said, when I grow up, I would like to be a surfer and a drummer in a band. Then you put the hard work in and you became a surfer and a drummer. Your dreams came true. How did you become a surfer and a drummer? You practice, practice, and more practice, plus faith in yourself. How long have you been surfing for? How long have you been playing drums for, may I ask? You might say, I have been surfing for 10 years now. I have been playing drums since I was little. Let's learn the meaning, tense, structure, use and context of these statements, shall we? I have been surfing for 10 years now. This statement is in the present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive tense. Here's a timeline of the present perfect continuous tense. With this timeline, you can visualize or see in your mind how the tense works. There are 3 columns in the timeline: the past, the present, and the future. You can see the blue arrow starting from the past and continuing to the present. So back to the example above. I have been surfing for 10 years now. It means that you started surfing maybe when you were 9. So when you started surfing at 9 is past action. Now that you are 16, for example, you are still surfing. This action, surfing, is continuing in the present. The yellow arrow indicates that you will possibly continue surfing into the future. So present perfect continuous tense covers the past, the present, and possibly the future. That's how the present perfect continuous tense works. I hope it's clear. What's the difference between for and since? For and since are both prepositions. We use for to talk about a period of time. It means a length of time or a duration of time. Duration means the whole time. A period of time or length of time answers the question, how long? Examples of period of time are 5 minutes, 2 hours, a week, 7 years, a long time. Since refers to the beginning of time. It usually refers to a specific point in time. Examples of specific point in time are 12 p.m. last Friday, 15th of March, 2020, I was 10 years old. Both for and since are used in the present perfect continuous tense. We have come to the second part of the lesson, which is asking questions with present perfect continuous tense. What questions can you ask with this tense? You can ask WH questions and yes or no questions. Let's take the example above. I have been serving for 10 years now, so the meaning of this statement is I am still serving up to now. WH question number 1. How long have you been serving for? Answer. I have been serving for 10 years. The short answer is 10 years. WH question number 2. What have you been doing lately? What have you been doing lately? The answer is I've been serving. For yes or no question, you can ask, have you been serving for long? Have you been serving for long? The short answers are yes, I have been, or yes, I've been. No, I haven't been. Please note that for is used for a period of time or a length of time or duration of time. For example, 2 minutes, 10 hours, 5 days, 7 months, 20 years, 2 decades. I hope this chart helps. We are now going to learn asking questions with since. The example is, I have been working here since March. The meaning is, I am still working here up to now. The WH question for this statement is the same as the question with for. Why is it the same, you may ask? If you ask the question, since when have you been working here? It's grammatically correct. However, this is not a question that is commonly used by the native speakers of English. As well, since when is not an appropriate question to ask. It sounds rude, not polite. So the appropriate question is, how long have you been working here? For yes or no question, have you been working here long? And you know the answers for these two questions. How long have you been working here? And have you been working here long? Now, since refers to the starting point or specific time. Examples are since 8 o'clock, since Monday, since 2019, and many more. I hope this chart helps. How do you make questions with present perfect continuous tense? The structure for WH question is WH word plus helping verb plus subject plus been and ing verb plus the rest of the question. For example, what have you been doing lately? If the subject is she or he, the helping verb is has, and the structure is the same. For yes and no question, the structure is helping verb plus subject plus been and ing verb plus the rest of the question. Example, have you been working lately? Has she been working lately? I hope it's clear. Please stay for a very simple quiz. Thanks. I'm going to give you a quiz. I will show you 2 videos. You watch them and think in English. Your job or task is to make a statement, WH question, yes or no question, and short answers in the present perfect continuous tense. When you have finished, I'll show you the answers. Good luck! And thank you for watching. If you like this lesson, please subscribe. Thanks.